sports coverage of the National Football League. Brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil, as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Indianapolis Colts.
2026 Indianapolis Colts.
Alongside Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Off we go from Indianapolis. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the number one goal is to come out with a victory.
They go play action with Manning. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
Third down and
Come to play here. They're starting this game physical, flying to the ball. They are defending every blade of grass, and they're letting these guys know early on, if you come in our area, you better be ready to play through contact.
He'll fire one deep for Harrison, and that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. That one is complete to McBride. And he's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Fair catch signal, and they'll have it just outside their own 20.
At their own 22-yard
The Colts
line.
offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. On the play fake, here's Manning. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look. It led to a nice game.
That's quickly out to Harrison. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. First down, Indianapolis. Out of the pistol, going to give it to James. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
8 yards on the
This just
pickup.
shows why you
Brings
can't
up
count on
2nd
just
and 2.
one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Looking to throw is Manning. The throw on the run is complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Colts. Now, for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Colts will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Cardinals, nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Cardinals offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 31. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. They'll go again with Johnson. And this will be a Cardinals first down as good running gets them to about the 44. And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. First and 10. Another run here with Johnson. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass, unmask the defense, and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game, and that's a nice pickup there.
So, from the 37, here's second and 1. Now this time, they'll look to throw. That one just too far. Trying to get it to Kyle Williams there. And it'll be third down.
A bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it on third. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack. That might take them out of field goal range.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. Two different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Here's their punter now. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. The Colts offense ready to take over once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a first and 10. They'll start on the ground with James.
Number 32 on the carry. He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
From the 22 now, here's second and 8. Now here's a keeper on his own read. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Brought down at the 23-yard
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
On third down, it's Manning. In the middle, and he's got his man complete. 15-yard pickup there. That's good for a Colts first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So in regards to being used in the passing game, there's really two types of backs in this league. There's the check down back. He's able to just take the short gains and try to pick up more yards after catch. And then there's the back that can be used as a weapon. Man, when you got a guy like that in your passing game, it is a handful for defenses.
Back to throw is Manning. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A big gainer for Indianapolis. 35 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line, a pickup of 9.
Brings up second and 1.
Second and a yard. They keep it on the ground with James. The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Indy. Greg, offensive coordinator's script at the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive. They've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, this is going to be a long day for this defense.
The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Colts will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0.
Cardinals, nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Set up to throw. He'll step up and run. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Colts 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, that's Kyle Williams. He's got it. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Going downfield, right side, and it's caught. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
1st and goal.
It is a big gain for Arizona. It's a gain of 34.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only...
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Cardinals.
That was a big-time answer by this offense, and they really needed it. I mean, this game, it looked like it was starting to get away, didn't it, Mike? I mean, now it's up to their defense. Can they get a stop of their own so they can get their offense back out there, get the ball back, and try to build off this last drive?
The kicking team off for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Cardinals are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Cardinals 7.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Colts offense about ready to take over once more. On the ground, it is James to start the drive. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
They'll stick to the run, and it's James again. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there, no gain.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
That's good for a Colts.
The main goal for these quarterbacks when they're facing zone defense, Mike, is to identify the soft spots quickly. You need your guys to get open and stay open all before that defense has a chance to get home with their rush. They want to tie the coverage in with the rush unit. Like you see here, when you can get good protection and your receivers can get open and find those open spots, you deliver the ball on time, there's a lot of room to operate.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Cardinals' 29-yard line.
2nd and 11. So after one, it's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. The Colts with the football to start this second quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 11. putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Running here is James. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Taken down back at the 30.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
The run game not helping them out those last 2 plays, thus 3rd and 16. That's hot. Left side. It's complete. It was 3rd and 16, and they got 17. And a new set of downs.
Another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 17.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
Well, it's no secret to anybody who follows this league. This is one of the elite playmakers in the entire NFL. So he put one high, thinking his guy would go up there and get it. We've seen him do it so many times before, but just puts a little too much on it and ends up sailing over his head.
Now Manning. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down. 1st and goal.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Extra point attempt still to come. It's up and through. And the Colts will take a 21-7 lead.
Cardinals 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cards offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. Now, faking the give. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. The throw here is complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and take the Colts offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They'll go with James, and he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's a handoff to James. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Manning. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here comes a toss right. Here comes Johnson. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's Manning. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
It's a gain of 14
That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's James. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing now, Manning. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw, it's Manning. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So the hope is your 1 3rd down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Take this in, back at the 16. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Cardinals offense back onto the field for their next possession. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. A give, and here's Johnson. He steers clear. First tackler working his way forward for a gain of about 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll let the fullback try to push the punt. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's an Arizona 1st down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Cardinals 1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down, Arizona.
You know, Mike, in some ways, I liken fullbacks to kind of the modern-day tight end. They're the ones that are willing to do a little of the dirty work on most plays. So every once in a while, it is so good to see them rewarded and have a chance to be the guy who delivers and converts on 3rd down.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
16 more yards.
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
1st and 10.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the 1st down.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and they will take him down at the 20-yard line. That is sweet. Gain of 16 on back-to-back plays. And another 1st down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal, either way, I'm coming away with points.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 15-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll throw out of the gun. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
They put Wilson in motion. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Kyle Williams.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for three?
Makes the score Colts 21, Cardinals 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. To throw is Manning. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. What can they do here on third down and 7? Looking to throw is Manning. This one down the field, but the wind-up incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
This one, returnable. And good coverage by Hutchie. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Cardinals offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Finding space at the 40. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
At the 36-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Now a screen set up for Johnson. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Quick hitting slant there. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Cardinals.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
He's out of bounds at the 14-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. Back to the air one more time. That one is complete to McBride. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
1st and goal.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Cards going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From back at the 13-yard line, it is 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I think that's a really smart decision. You certainly don't want to take a sack in any goal-to-go situation, or even worse, throw a pick. So understanding he still has 2 more shots at the end zone, I really like that decision.
Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Cards offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He'll get that complete to Harrison. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 21
A gain
yards.
of 21 on that pass
And the
play.
Cardinals
It's good for a Cardinals first down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Arizona.
So we heard about this budding connection all the way back in training camp in the summer. So it's nice to see those reps starting to translate on game day. And I think these two might have a really bright future together. And the more plays they make, the more we're going to see that confidence grow.
Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. Second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. His throw left side is complete. And he is out of bounds down at the 21.
That's good.
He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball, and while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
They face second down and 7. Here's a zone read. He'll keep it himself. Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. This one complete right side. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
So he isn't able to move the chains, but I think this is still a great example to just point out that certain guys on the field earn the trust of their quarterback. And he wasn't even necessarily open, Mike, but he's still, hey, it's third down. Give one of my best players an opportunity to go up and compete for the ball. And he's going to continue to get more of these 50-50 opportunities when he keeps coming down. I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown, Arizona.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he'll get in for the 2-point conversion. And now the deficit is just a field goal.
Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Raheem Blackshear on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. To the air is Manning. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. He'll hand this one off to Goodson. And he's going to get upended right at the line of scrimmage. And he's picked up and thrown down.
A loss of a yard on the play.
Defenses always have to make a decision, like how do they want to defend the zone read? Some teams want the quarterback to keep the ball. They want the ability to tackle the quarterback. Other teams, they want it to be a give read, and that's what we saw here. They were ready for it, and they take the running back down for a loss.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up some coverage there, and they force 4th down.
In a 4th down.
Just a really nice effort by the defense to challenge him right at the catch point. It's really the timing of the contact that really is able to dislodge the ball, and they get a fresh set of downs to work with if he's able to hold on to it. But because of the hit, he can't squeeze it, and now they find themselves looking at 4th down.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. On this first down, it's Johnson. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line.
26. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They pick up 17 through the air. It's an Arizona first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
1st and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
The
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 9. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, so it seemed the second they broke the huddle, Mike, that there was some confusion. I'm not sure everybody got on the same page before that ball was snapped.
3rd down and 9. They'll look to set up the screen here. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. 4th down, and Jonathan Gannon will send in the field goal unit. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cardinals will tie the game here in the 3rd quarter. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. Back to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Colts' 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw again. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The field goal unit is out for the Cardinals. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cardinals will tie the game here in the third quarter. So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. This will be returned from the 6. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Colts offense make their way out to take over once more. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. They go play action with Madden. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
They'll try again. It's second and 10. To throw, it's Madden. Quick throw here is complete. Or mark them down up at the 44-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, Indianapolis.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Manning. That one knocked away. That's incomplete.
For number 88.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Looking to throw is Madden. He'll get that one to James. It's complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up third and
5. Here's Manning. In trouble, and down he goes.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
The Colts about to kick this one away as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. That is fielded at the 13. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down. They get him for the sack at the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
So I'm not really sure if it would have mattered, Mike. I don't think they were going to have enough to pick up the 1st down either way, but at least if that ball's completed, 3rd down's just a little bit more manageable, because now after the incomplete, they find themselves in 3rd and pass.
He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Well, 3rd and 19, no problem. They pick it up on 3rd and long.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities at the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
1st down, Cardinals.
And the running back's going to get all the stats and all the glory, but make no mistake about it, Mike, that was a great team effort on that run play. Everyone executing their blocking assignments to perfection. He's able to pick up a nice gain and fresh set of downs.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. On the RPO, he'll just flip it forward.
Warner's pass. Complete to number 87. No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Open man left side. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
And on this 1st down, it's Johnson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll go again with Johnson. And, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score. Smart decision there on 1st and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision making here. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal. He'll look to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal. Johnson. And he's not going to get in. Tackled at the line. It'll bring up 4th and goal.
A loss of a yard.
That third down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's third down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this 4th quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Colts offense ready for this next possession. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Throwing now, Manning. They set up the screen to James. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here comes a 2nd and a yard. A run with James. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Back to throw is Manning. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
1st down.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is James. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
1st down.
Here in the 4th quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the 4th quarter.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
He'll get that complete to Harrison. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. makes it 3rd and 4.
To the air is Manning. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Jack Stoll. Incomplete.
That's just a brutal miss, especially on 3rd down. If he delivers a good ball, Mike, that's a completion, 1st down, and this drive is alive. And I think he just tried to be a little too perfect, and he overshoots his target, and he's not there in time to reel it in.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
These are some of the most difficult situations for a coach to handle because it's a combination of you have to be aggressive to go score. You're trying to win the game, of course, but there's also an element of time and clock management. So it's going to be very interesting to see the play selection over these next couple downs.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Koyasade Aluakin on the tackle. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. He'll swing this out to Johnson. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Big play coming up, 3rd and 7, and the crowd on their feet. Johnson. He'll get the 1st down inside the 35. And he's into the end zone, and they are making it look easy. Touchdown, Cardinals. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Now Prater to tack on the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Cardinals will go up by 7.
Cardinals 31, Colts 24.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. Here is 1st and 10. The tight end motioning left here. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
On the carry. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. It's an incompletion.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
He's got his man. It's Harrison. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. And it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here. Room to run inside the 40. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25.
That's another.
That one good for 29.
Watch the running back's patience here, Mike. He's slow, and then he hits it. That's the key here. If he goes too fast, their linemen aren't ready yet. Really well executed. Great run.
He'll run. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd. Get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to throw. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman.
A gain of 6. That's another Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. His throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Checking this one down to James. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll stop with 28 seconds to go in the game. Now they face 3rd down and 7. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And this is not going to do it. The defense comes through here in the final minute, and it may just be enough to get them a victory.
And it all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing, all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.
The Cardinals offense and their running back set to go once more. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts, so just one kneel down and then time to shake hands. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 5-yard line.
So it's a win for the visitors, the Cardinals. A bit of a surprise, this one on paper. You figure this would have been a difficult assignment, trying to win away from home against a team of this caliber. No problems, though. They find a way to get it done. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.